One of them must go. One of them must go.
Yes, sir! Okay! 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 Yes, sir, Shedeur!
What will the Cleveland Browns do with their quarterback situation with Shedeur Sanders, Deshaun Watson, Dylan Gabriel, and a possibility of adding another quarterback to this room? Also, which wide receiver would you trade for when I give you these two wide receivers? Let me know down in the comment section, and we're going to talk about it. All right? Let's get this show started. Let's go. The Cleveland Browns quarterback situation continues to show me they're going in the same direction of last year. Whenever I hear a quarterback competition, that means somebody going to get the short end of the stick. There will not be enough reps for the starting quarterback to get ready for this upcoming season. Now, we already know Shedeur Sanders, to me, is projected to be the starting quarterback. But you got Deshaun Watson is still on the roster. The Cleveland Browns restructure Deshaun Watson contract to save them $36 million on the cap salary. Now, when you look at Dylan Gabriel, he's the least one of them that's being talked about in the media right now as the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. So, the question is, what will the Cleveland Browns do with this quarterback room? It's also been reported, and we done heard the head coach and the general manager leaving the door open for them to bring in a veteran quarterback in the free agent market. And also, they don't say it's a possibility that they can draft a quarterback in this upcoming draft later on in their rounds, like the 4th, 5th, 6th, or 7th round, to add to the quarterback room. Once again, family, a lot of quarterbacks, 4 quarterbacks, could possibly be on this roster in 2026. And once again, it reminded me of last year when it comes to the quarterback room. You got to remember, they had 4 quarterbacks in the room. Sometimes it was 5 if you add Huntley. You had Kenny Pickett, you had Joe Flacco, you had Dylan Gabriel, and Shedeur Sanders, and that wasn't enough reps to get your starting quarterback up to par to compete for this upcoming season. Last year, Joe Flacco hardly got any reps during training camp, and he's the starting quarterback. Shedeur Sanders didn't get none at all. They gave most of their reps to Dylan Gabriel. I'm just trying to tell you, family, when you look at this thing, and if they add another quarterback, one of these quarterbacks gotta go. So I'm asking you a question. Which one do you prefer to go? Deshaun Watson? They just restructured his contract. He ain't going nowhere. Dylan Gabriel? Or Shedeur Sanders? If Shedeur Sanders is not the starting quarterback, trade my dog. Get him up out of there. I want him to go. Tired of Cleveland. Listen, Todd Monken, Andrew Berry. If Shedeur Sanders is not your starting quarterback, get him up out of there. Get him up out of there. That's the only way to go. That's the only way to go. Let's listen to the Cleveland Browns play-by-play guy, commentator, Nathan Zegura. Nathan.
I really don't think you can have another 3-person quarterback competition. let alone 4 like you did last year. So could you, to me, if you were to bring in another veteran, and I'm just going to throw out a name, not that I'm advocating for this, but just a name that was mentioned in one of those, quarter from the Athletic yesterday of the quarterback room predictions, and they mentioned Justin Fields for the Browns. Now, to me, if you're bringing Justin Fields in, and obviously, Todd Monken's had a lot of success with Travis Schweitzer, there's a lot of things they could carry over from Lamar's playbook with Justin Fields. I'm not saying that's the answer, but to me, if you make a move like that, then I don't think one of Deshaun or Shedeur can be here. I don't think you can have 3 quarterbacks. Do you know what I mean? Trying to compete and sort this out. So as you're currently constructed, I think that it's got to be, Deshaun and Shedeur Sanders are going to have a competition to be the starting quarterback. That's what Todd Monken has said. That's what I believe to be the case right now. And I think Deshaun Watson is very much in that competition. Now, if you were to bring in another quarterback that you really thought had a legitimate chance to start, then I would say that somebody's got to go. And that's the only thing that would make sense to me. I don't think you can have a 3-person quarterback competition. It's just not enough reps to get everybody ready. And I think that, hopefully that's one of the learnings we had last year is that you've got to get guys ready to go. And so to me, I hope this is a competition that, they have decided pretty early on. And so that when you go into training camp, or at least when you're only, let's call it a week or 2 into training camp, that you've got your answer. So that person can get every rep, everybody can get on the same page, and you can go from there. Now, you asked about a rookie. I do think that this is a draft. I think the Browns could make a move, with one of those quarterbacks. Maybe Dylan Gabriel has a market somewhere, or I know they think that he can be a very good long-term backup. But, Drew Aller is a guy that's got all the size that the Browns, I know, liked. That if now you can get him a year later in the 4th round, that to me feels like the kind of flyer that they would take. Now, he wouldn't come in to be in the quarterback competition at all. He would come in to learn and be groomed to maybe eventually have an opportunity to compete for a starting job if he proves that. But that's kind of where my head's at with it. Right now, it feels like it's a Deshaun, Shedeur, Sanders competition. And if there is a change or an addition of a legitimate competitor to that starting role, I just don't think you can have all 3.
That's the Cleveland Browns play-by-play guy letting you know, once again, one of them got to go. If they bring another quarterback in the room, far as a free agent or a draft pick, one of them got to go. I don't know which one you prefer to go, but one of them got to go. Me personally, I believe Dylan Gabriel will be the one they'll try to trade to get up out of there. I just don't believe Dylan Gabriel fit into the new head coach Todd Monken's scheme nor game plan this year. I just don't. If Andrew Berry can somehow get a 4th round draft pick for Dylan Gabriel, even though they reached and drafted him in the 3rd round, but if he can trade him for a 4th round, I'd be settled. They should be settled with that. If they bring in another quarterback, this bag up quarterback, it will come down to Deshaun Watson and Dylan Gabriel. And if I had to put my money on it, I'm going with Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel will beat Deshaun Watson out. He'll beat him out. That's me now. What do you think? Look at here. I got to move on. Look here. The Cleveland Browns, I understand they got to fix that offensive line because, the Raiders done trade Max Crosby to Baltimore Ravens, who's in our division, and we're going to have to face him twice a year. Now, I understand that Andrew Berry got to fix that offensive line, but he don't move some stuff around. He don't move some money around by restructuring contract. He still can do both. He can fix the offensive line and he can get a wide receiver in free agent. And these are the 2 wide receivers that I'm looking at, and I want your help. Let me know which wide receiver you think will be the best fit for Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns offense this year in 2026. We're going to help you out, Andrew Berry. All right, we're going to look at the first wide receiver, Marvin Harrison Jr., right? 3 years at Arizona State. He's a former Buckeye, Ohio State wide receiver, and he was a straight-out dog when he was out there. But somehow it hasn't clicked with Arizona because of their quarterback situation. Their quarterback, he's been injured, and he hasn't played that much. But Marvin Harrison Jr., it's expected for him to be on the market to see if anybody would come and get him. And I believe, hey, Andrew Berry should kick them tires on Marvin Harrison Jr. So, Marvin Harrison Jr. is one of them, but there's been a report that a wide receiver from the Jacksonville Jaguars by the name of Brian Thomas Jr., another big-time wide receiver. This past season, he didn't have a good year, but the year before last, oh, he balled out, y'all. I think that was his rookie year. He balled out. You know what I mean? He was their number one wide receiver. He was wide receiver number one 2 years ago for the Jacksonville Jaguars since they changed coaches and different offensive schemes. He just didn't blossom this past season with the Jacksonville Jaguars. He just didn't. So maybe a change of scenery, he may come back and be that number one wide receiver. So I'm asking you, which one of these wide receivers you prefer that the Cleveland Browns go after for Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns offense in 2026? Let me know down in the comment section. Put it down. Would you rather have Marvin Harrison Jr. or Brian Thomas Jr.? Let me know in the chat. Boy, that's a good one, y'all. That's a good one. I started off. You want me to start it off? I ain't scared. I started off. Give me Marvin Harrison Jr. Give me Marvin Harrison Jr. Put him with Shedeur and Jerry Jeudy, Isaiah Bond, and then look in the draft and see can you find another wide receiver to go with him. Oh, they legit. You hear me? They some go-getter time this year. Shedeur will not have no problem having good wide receiver this year if they go that route. All right. Hey, more news I got to bring you right now. The Cleveland Browns have restructured Denzel Ward contract, just like I told y'all they were going to do. What I tell you? I told y'all for 2 weeks that was going to be the move for Andrew Berry to free up some cap space for the Cleveland Browns. That's the only reason why the Jimmy Haslam kept Andrew Berry and then fired him with Kevin Stefanski. He's his money guy. He's the book man. He's Jimmy Haslam book man. He take care of the books, baby. He moved that money around for him. And I told you they were going to restructure the Deshaun Watson contract yesterday. This morning, Denzel Ward contract has been restructured. Say $2 million. $2 million for the Cleveland Browns this year. Remember when they restructured Deshaun Watson, they saved him for almost $40 million. I think $36 or $38 million. That's $40 million that the Cleveland Browns got to work with this offseason compared to what people was talking about. They didn't have no money. Oh, they got it now. 2 signed free agents. They already done signed a big-time right tackle. Only thing left is they going after that Baltimore center. They gonna get it. And then that will still leave room for them to go out and get another free agent at that wide receiver. Give them a good contract to come and play with Shedeur Sanders. I'm telling you. And you still will have some money for your 9 draft picks that you're going to sign in this upcoming draft. Because I believe that if they make a trade, they're going to get rid of 1 or 2 of those draft picks. So that'll knock it down to 7 draft picks that you'll be accounted for on the salary cap. Oh, Andrew Berry worked that thing, boy. I know that what you were going to do. All right. Also in the news, Ronnie Hickman, the free safety, they done worked out a deal with him on his contract. Andrew Berry doing that thing. They keeping Ronnie Hickman from last year. And also, top 30 visit. The Miami Hurricane offensive tackle, Markel, started every game at that tackle position for the Miami Hurricane this past season. He's 6'9", 346 pounds. Oh, that may be the route that Andrew Berry go? I thought he was going to try to go with the University of Georgia left tackle Freely, but on this 30th visit, they don't brought Markel Brown in. So this is going to be interesting how Andrew Berry build this offensive line. It's going to be very interesting to see how he put it together. He may just draft both of them because Markel Brown is projected to go, when I looked it up, he was projected to be a 3rd round draft pick. So we still can get Freely in that 1st round. We're going to see. We're going to see family. Also, Max Crosby, the defensive end for the Las Vegas Raiders, he was traded to the Baltimore Ravens. And I'm telling you right now, he's in the same division, Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns, and we definitely got to get our offensive line right this year because the Baltimore Ravens, they coming, y'all. They are coming. Well, once again, hey, that's the end of my show. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, hype this video, share this video, join the membership. Join the membership. Anything that you do will be highly appreciated. Once again, you watching Sports Talk. We'll be watching live show tonight, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Come on back and rock with your boy. We're going to have a good time tonight. We got a lot to talk about. All right? Once again, thank you for watching Sports Talk. We'll be watching. Until next time, later on tonight, peace.